Hello friend. Now in this lecture we will see some difficult example on continuous function. Now see, we have seen the definition of continuity at the given point. So what is the definition of continuity at the given point? A function f(x), it is said to be a continuous at the given point x equal to a, means that if limit from left this is equal to limit from right this is equal to value of the function. If limit from left, limit from right and the value of function, if all the three values are equal, then the function it is said to be a continuous function, otherwise it is said to be a discontinuous function. If suppose one of the value, if it is different value, then we can say that function it is said to be a discontinuous function at x equal to a. So remember this concept, basically continuity it depends upon these three terms: limit from left, limit from right and the value of function. If all the three values are equal, then the function it is said to be a continuous function, otherwise it is said to be a discontinuous at the given point. Now see, what is this example? We are given some function f(x) and we are given this condition. Okay, function f(x), this is continuous at x equal to 0, that is given. So see, what is the question? If function f(x), if it is continuous at x equal to 0, then find out the values of a and b. So see how to use this condition. We are given that function f(x) it is continuous. So see, what is the given condition? Okay, because f(x) it is continuous at x equal to 0, continuous means limit from left it is same as limit from right, this is equal to value of function. So this is our known equation, that is suppose equation number A. So see, first of all we have to convert the given condition in terms of some mathematical equation. We are given a function f(x) it is continuous at x equal to 0. Continuous means we know this equation. Okay, limit from left, this is same as the limit from right, this is same as the value of function. So find out left limit, right limit and value of function separately. Just put all these values in equation number A or 1 and we can get the values of A and B. So write down the solution. So this is the solution. So see, what is the given condition? f(x) it is continuous at x equal to 0, that is the given condition. So write down the given condition. Since f(x) is continuous at x equal to 0, that is the given condition. So what is the definition of continuity? We can use the definition of continuity. So what is the definition of continuity? Therefore, so this is the definition. Okay, limit from left of the given function, this is same as the limit from right of the given function, this is same as the value of function f(0). So this is the known equation, which is equation number 1. So this is our first step. What is the first step? We are given function f(x) it is continuous at x equal to 0, that is the given condition. So because f(x) it is continuous, so this is the definition of continuity. Okay, limit from left, this is same as limit from right, this is same as the value of function. Now find out all these three terms one by one. So write down now Now limit from left, this is equal to, so this is the symbolical notation for left hand limit, limit of fx as x tends to 0 minus. So solve this limit, this is limit x tends to 0 minus. Now x tends to 0 minus means that x, it is less than 0 and which is very near to 0. What is meaning of x tending to 0 minus means x, it is less than 0 and which is very near to 0. Now we want to write here fx. So how to write this fx? Select that function at which this condition holds. X tending to 0 minus means we require this condition x less than 0. So select that function. We are given fx in 3 ways. So select that function at which this condition holds, x less than 0. So x less than 0, this is the required condition. So this is our function which is 3 plus b. So solve this limit. So this is the constant function. So limit of constant term, it is same. So this is same as 3 plus b. So this is our limit from left. Now find out this next term which is limit from right. Write down. Limit from right, this is equal to, now this is the symbolical notation, limit x tends to 0 plus of fx, that is the symbolical notation for limit from right. So this is equal to limit x tending to 0 plus. Now for right hand limit, x tending to 0 plus means x is greater than 0. X tending to 0 means 0 minus means x, this is less than 0, and x tending to 0 plus means x, it is greater than 0. So how to write this function fx? Select that function at which this condition holds. So x greater than 0, so this is our required function. So write down this function, this is sine 2x divided by 3x plus a. So solve this limit, this is equal to limit x tending to 0 plus. Now this limit contains some trigonometric function. So how to solve the limit which contains some trigonometric term? We adjust this formula, limit x tends to 0, sin x upon x, this is equal to 1. Sin theta upon theta, as theta tends to 0, this is equal to 1. So we use this formula. So this is our required term sin 2x. In denominator we require 2x, so divide by 2x and multiply by 2x means there is no change. We want to use this formula sin x upon x, this is the required term. We require this same angle x and x. So sin 2x it is our required angle. So multiply by 2x and divide by 2x, that means there is no change, divided by this 3x as it is plus a as it is. So this is equal to, so solve this limit, sin theta upon theta, this is 1 as theta tends to 0, x get cancelled, so this is 2 by 3 plus a, so this is the right hand limit which is 2 by 3 plus a. So we have found this limit from left which is 3 plus b. We have found this limit from right which is 2 by 3 plus a. Now let us find out this value of function. Also, value of function is equal to, so this is the symbolical notation for value of function if at the given point 0. So see, for left hand limit we have this condition x less than 0. For right hand limit we require this condition x which is greater than 0, and for value of function we use the equality sign, x equal to 0. So x equal to 0, so this is the required term, so we have given the constant function, so this is 3 by So we have found all these three values, left limit, right limit and value function. So just put that values in equation number 1. So write down, therefore equation 1 becomes, therefore equation 1 becomes, so 3 plus b, this is left hand limit, 2 by 3 plus a, this is right hand limit, and what is the value function? Value function, this is 3 by 2. So this is suppose equation number 2. So by equating first and third term we can find this b. By equating second and third term we get this a. So write down, now 3 plus b is equal to 3 by 2. So what is value of b? This is 3 by 2 minus 3. So what is b? This minus 6 plus 3. So this is minus 3 by 2. This is the value of b. Now equate this second and third terms, write down also 2 by 3 plus a, this is same as 3 by 2. So what is value of a? This is 3 by 2 minus 2 by 3. So 6, it is the LCM. Just multiply by 3. 3 into 3, it is 9 minus 4. So the value of a, it is 5 by 6. So this is the required answer. So see how to use the given condition. Where given function f(x), it is continuous at x equal to 0, it is given condition. So just use the definition of continuity. Continuity means limit from left, it is same as limit from right, this is same as the value function. So just use this equation, we can find the values of a and b. Now let us take similar problem on continuous function. Now see what is this example. If f(x), it is continuous at x equal to 0, again we are given some function f(x), and the question is, show that the value of a plus b, this is equal to 0. So this is exactly same as the previous problem. What is the given condition? f(x), it is continuous at x equal to 0. So just use this definition of continuity. Okay, because function it is continuous at x equal to 0, continuous means limit from left, limit from right, and the value function, they are the equal values. So just find out left hand limit, right hand limit and value function separately. Just put all those values in equation number 1, we get this a and b. So write down the solution. So what is given condition? So use this condition, since f(x), it is continuous at x equal to 0, that is the given condition. So use definition of continuity. What is the definition of continuity? Therefore this is the definition. Okay, limit from left, this is same as the limit from right, and this is same as the value of function. So this is our known equation, which is equation number 1. So see, first of all we have to convert the given condition in terms of some mathematical equation. Okay, because f(x), it is continuous, continuous means we know this condition. Okay, limit from left, it is same as limit from right, this is same as the value of function. Now find out one by one. Now let us find out limit from left. So write down the limit from left is equal to, this is the symbolical notation for left hand limit, limit extending to 0 minus of f(x). Limit extends to 0 minus. Now we have to write this f(x). So how to select this f(x)? Extending to 0 minus means we have this condition x, it is less than 0. So x less than 0, so this is our required condition. So this is our function. So put this function. So this is 2 under root x square plus 1 plus b. Solve this limit by putting x equal to 0. Just put x equal to 0. This is 2 under root 0 plus 1 plus b. Root 1 it is 1. So this is same as 2 plus b. Now find out limit from right. Limit from right, this is equal to limit x tends to 0 plus of fx. It is the symbolical notation for right hand limit. This is limit extending to 0 plus. Now extending to 0 plus means the value of x, this is greater than 0. Extending to 0 minus means the value of x, it is less than 0. So select that function at which this condition hold. X is greater than 0. So x, this is greater than 0. So this is the required function, that is x square plus a. So now put x equal to 0. This is 0 plus a. So this is same as a. Now let us find out third term, value of function. So value of function means if at the given point 0, it is the symbolical notation for the value function. And for value function, we take the equality sign. For left hand limit, we take less than sign. For right hand limit, we take greater than sign. And for value function, we take equality sign. So x equal to 0. So this is the equality sign. X, this is equal to 0. So use the same function x square plus a. So right here a form, this is x square plus a. For value of function, we take just equality. So x equal to 0. So this is the required term x, this is equal to 0. So this is the required function x square plus a. So find out this functional value by putting x equal to 0. So don't write here a, just put x equal to 0, 0 plus a, this is same as a. So just put all these values in equation number 1. So write down therefore, equation 1 becomes 2 plus b, this is left hand limit, limit from right, this is a, and the value of function, this is again a. So this is suppose the equation number 2. Now see, if we equate suppose first and second term 2 plus b is equal to a, we cannot find a and b separately. If we equate first and third term again, we have the same equation, so obviously we cannot find out a and b separately. Or by equating second and third term again, we cannot find out a and b separately. So see, what is the given example? We are given this function f(x), it is continuous at x equal to 0. We are using this definition because f(x) it is continuous means limit from left, it is same as the limit from right, this is same as the value function. We have found all these three values, limit from left, limit from right, and value function. Just put all these values, we get this equation. This is the left limit, this is right limit, and this is the value function. Now if we use this second equation, then we observe that we cannot find this a and b separately. If we equate suppose first and second term, equate second and third term, or equate first and third term, we cannot find this a and b separately. Now see, to overcome this problem, we are given some extra condition. At x equal to 1, we are given this functional value as 2. So just use this condition. So write down this new condition. Also, what is the given condition? At x equal to 1, we are given this functional value, this is equal to 2. So this is our new condition. What is the given condition? At x equal to 1, we are given the functional value f(x) equal to 2. This is some extra condition, because if we use this just first condition ke fx it is continuous at x equal to 0, we cannot find this a and b separately. So we require some more condition. So this is some extra condition. At x equal to 1, we are given the functional value it is equal to 2. So this is our condition. At x equal to 1, we are given this functional value, this is equal to 2. Now see, if you observe the given function, then what is the given function? We are given fx equal to x square plus a. This function it is valid for non-negative term. Ax, this is greater than 0 or equal to 0. This function it is valid for the non-negative term. And this second functional value, this is valid for the negative term. So first of all, observe the given function. This first function it is valid for the non-negative term x equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this second function it is valid for the negative term minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and so on. Now see, we are given this f1. 1 means this is the non-negative term. So just use the first function f of, because this is the non-negative term, means we use this first function, it is x square plus a, this is equal to 2. Because that first function x square plus a, it is valid for the non-negative term. If suppose we have given some negative term, suppose it is minus 2 suppose. If the negative term it is given, then use this second function. Because second function it is valid for the negative term and the first function it is valid for the positive term. So this one, this is the non-negative term. So for non-negative term, we use the first function x square plus a. So find out this functional value by putting x equal to 1. Just put x equal to 1. So 1 plus a, this is equal to 2. So what is value of a? A, this is equal to 1. So from equation 2, just equate first and second terms right here. From equation 2, just equate first and second term. So put a is equal to 1. So what is value of b? B is equal to minus 1. So finally find out this a plus b. So what is the value of a plus b? A, this is 1, b, this is minus 1. So a plus b equal to 0. So this is the required answer. So this is some different example comparatively to previous example. So thank you for watching.